Shalom, Israel. Want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, BASHAM, YAHAWAHSHI, BASHAM, Rakah, Quadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders who teach and rule well at Great Millstone, and peace and salutations and peace and mercy to the prophets, the hopeful elect, the 144,000, and to the men and women of the 12 lost tribes of Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. Shalom. Back with another lesson. I'll title this one, There Will Be Shouts of Anguish. There will be shouts of anguish. Call halal Yahawah, BASHAM, YAHAWAHSHI. Call halal Yumla, Allahayanawa, Yahawah, BASHAM, YAHAWAHSHI. But back with another lesson, and looking at some of these different headlines, inflation and the cost of living, it just is getting even worse. The cost of living, and then it's basically talking about too, and one of these articles I was looking at, but the small businesses here in America, Babylon right now, are filing bankruptcy, and these small businesses are they're closing, man. You're starting to see more and more different businesses and stuff like that, small businesses boarded up, shutting down. I was just looking at something too. The Akim, one of the brothers, put up, something on that at McDonald's. The Big Macs. Big Macs are in some places are going for $18 right now. $18 for a Big Mac. But this is where it's going. The government, they were talking about, they're extending the government shutdown, for, another 45 days, and then it could possibly be a government shutdown, man. So, eventually this is all going to hit the fan, and this is, at the end of the day, this is YAHAWAHSHI who's doing this. Because the Lord is not, he's not found in this place, America. The people, they don't want to serve the Lord, man. And starting with 2/3 of our people, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, you Israelites, you don't want to seek after the Lord. You want to live in vanity and celebrate and do the holidays. You don't want to do the holy days, the Lord's days, our days. You don't want to rehearse these righteous acts, these laws, statutes, and commandments. And then right along the other nations here, they're not seeking the God of Israel, the God of the Holy Bible, Yahawah, BASHAM, YAHAWAHSHI, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. They're not seeking him. So the Lord is coming back to set up his kingdom right here on earth, right there in Jerusalem. And the Lord's going to destroy that land, Israel. You have the Israelis over there, and Amalek, and then the Elamites, the Arabics over there, and that's not their land. That's not their land. So that land is going to be destroyed by thermonuclear fire, and the Lord's going to but that place, Israel, is going to be built back up, and because that's where the kingdom is going to be, and it's going to be ruled in righteousness. See, it's going to be ruled in righteousness, and the Lord's going to set up his government, man, and it's never ever going to be overthrown. Never. But the Lord's going to do away with this place, Babylon, because it's just pure wickedness here. It's pure wickedness. They just had that day, Halloween, and celebrating, vampires and drinking blood and stuff like that. They like that, and eating abominable foods, and the women, the men, the children are all out of order. So the Lord is getting ready to shut stuff down around here. But let me get to the scriptures. I don't want to make this too long. This is coming to an end, man. Everything is spiraling out of control, and this is the Lord that's doing this. It says Ezekiel 7:6. Ezekiel 7:6, and it reads, it says, an end is come. The end is come. See? It watcheth for thee. Behold, it is come. There's only a few more prophecies left. You know, you have the Jacob's trouble, the RFID, the C hip, the mark where no man can buy or sell, and the World War III with that great deliverance coming, to the Lord coming back to deliver His elect out of this time of trouble. You know, fire that's coming. There's only a few more prophecies left. It says 7. It says the mount or Salakia 7. It says the morning is come unto thee, O thou that dwellest in the land. See, the time is come, the day of trouble. See, the day of trouble is near. You know, and in this time of trouble, Jacob's trouble. You know, and that time of trouble is for the wicked. You know, starting with 2/3 of you Israelites that can't get right, that you don't believe, and you're just not going to seek the Lord. You're not going to do it. So the time, the day of trouble is drawing near. This is why you see everything going on right now. The shouting, the anger, the sorrow. You know, this is what's going on. It says, and not the sounding again of the mountains. And those mountains represent governments, man. And so the Lord is coming to set up His kingdom right here on earth, and His government, and it's going to be ruled in righteousness. Under Him is going to be the Hebrew Israelites, his people, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, the 12 lost tribes of Israel, starting with the elect, is gonna have rulership forever. See? It says 8. It says, now will I shortly, see? Now will I shortly pour out my fury upon thee and accomplish mine anger upon thee. The Lord's angry. He said He's angry with the wicked every day. See? He's going to accomplish His anger upon thee. It's happening, and it's going to get worse. This is why you see violence and the uproars from the people. This is the Lord pouring out His anger. It says, and I will judge thee according to thy ways. The Lord gonna judge you according to your ways, and ultimately your behavior. See, this is how the Lord this is how He gonna do you in the end, Israel. You know, 2/3 of our people, you Israelites that can't get right, He's gonna judge you according to thy ways, the way you have behaved. And see, 2/3 of our people, they don't want to seek out of this book. They don't want to listen. So the Lord got something for you lined up. Judgment. It says, I will judge thee according to thy ways. That's why you got to change your ways and come back to the Lord, man. Nothing else has worked. You're trying to go to these political parties and activists and all. None of that shit worked, man. You got to come back to this book. You got to come back to YAHAWAH, BASHAM, YAHAWAHSHI. That's the only way. But Jake don't want to do that. 2/3 of Jake don't want to do that, man. It says, and will recompense thee for all the abominations. See, he's gonna get you for. He's gonna judge you off your ways. You know, all that time you was sitting there, drug dealing and committing adultery and murdering and gang banging and doing all of that. The Lord gonna judge you, eating all the abominable foods, all the crab and shrimp and lobster and stuff like that, eating all pork, eating all that stuff, and you didn't came across these lessons and heard this word and you rejected it. He said, I will recompense thee for all thine abominations. Man, it says, let me hop to 12. It says, it says 12. It says the time is come. See, the time is come. The day draweth near let not the buyer rejoice. See, and that goes to that McDonald's, and there's plenty of other stuff. But $18 for a Big Mac, let not the buyer rejoice. And the cost of living is just going through the roof. People are losing it, man. It doesn't even, you get your paycheck and it's just gone. You're not rejoicing about nothing, man, because you ain't got no money at the end of the day because it's so expensive. It says, let not the buyer rejoice. It says, nor the seller mourn, for wrath is upon all the multitude thereof. Your deals, your Black Fridays and stuff like that. It's almost over, man. It's almost over. It's almost over. It says 13. The Lord is just going to do away with this economy. It's coming. It's coming. It says 13. It says, for the seller shall not return to that which is sold, although they were yet alive, for the vision is touching the whole multitude thereof, which shall not return, neither shall any strengthen himself in the iniquity of his life. So, and it just goes back to the pandemic. These small businesses, a lot of them got shut down. Some of them are on life support, man, period. And they're hanging on by a thread, and corporate is just buying up everything. It's just, there's no escape out of this. And even if you do, at some point, it's not the same. It's not the same, man. And it's going to end, eventually, it's going to get shut down, man. So this is what the Lord is bringing. This is what he's bringing. Let me go here. I'll close out with this. Psalm. This is why you got to get right, man. This is why you got to come and seek the Lord, Israel, you Israelites, because there's a worldwide famine, the pestilence, the violence, the chaos. The Lord is going to protect his elect in this time. They're going to eat, they're going to drink. He going to make a way for them, for his elect, But those that are wicked, starting with 2/3 of his people, you finna get caught up in this famine. You gonna get caught up in the pestilence, the illnesses, the diseases that are about to overtake the earth, the violence and war. You're gonna get caught up in that. There's nowhere to go. You're not gonna escape this. It says Psalm 107 and 33. Psalm 107 and 33. It says he turneth rivers into a wilderness. See, he turneth rivers into a wilderness, and the water springs into a dry ground. See, and you Americans, you sit there and America's spoiled, man. You have access to food 24/7. Wasting bottles of water, wasting food. You're just totally just spoiled and unthankful, man. It says he turneth rivers into a wilderness, and the water springs into a dry ground. It ain't gonna be no funny. I mean, it ain't Salaki. It ain't gonna be funny when it's gonna be extremely hard to get water, man. Because they look over there in Gaza, they didn't turn off the water, the electricity, and that's coming here, man. This is what the Lord is gonna do. 34. I'll close out with this. It says 34. It says a fruitful land into bareness. See, the Lord turns a fruitful land into bareness. All the resources and food and drinks and everything that's here in this place, it's fruitful. Jobs, economy, everything, man. It's just booming here. A fruitful land into bareness, and the Lord about to strip everything from this place. He's totally gonna do away with this place. It says, for the wickedness of them that dwell therein. Shalom.